And that, ladies and gents, is 16,000 strands of hand-pulled cotton candy. We're gonna make cotton candy using the hand-pulled noodle technique, also known as dragon's beard. Started in ancient China, and it's just this pulling technique that they do with noodles, but you do it with sugar. We got about 1,000 grams of sugar here, and we're gonna do 100 grams of corn syrup. We're gonna be adding corn syrup to it and a little bit of vinegar. What that does is we're gonna invert the sugar. You can just buy inverted sugar. This is the long way to do it, which is no surprise for this show. Inverting the sugar reduces the chance of crystals forming. Crystals are gonna be your worst enemy during this because crystals make sugar flaky. We want it smooth so we can pull it. And we have 2 cups of water. So that's about 5 drops of food dye. Now, here's the very, 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 very important part. The reason why I'm dyeing the water and I'm not stirring the food coloring into this is because once this gets going, you do not want to stir it. Why? Stirring it will create the crystals. We're looking for very smooth, very workable sugar that's still hard. And that's why we're doing an inverted technique on the top. So whatever you do, don't stir it. Dump your ingredients in, the sugar and our blue water, just like so. A little bit of vinegar, 1 teaspoon. We're gonna take this to 271 degrees. That's right below where we get to what's called the soft crack. You can see it right here. There's soft crack and hard crack, firm balls down here. But what we wanna do is we wanna take it to around 269, 268, and then cut it off because it'll have a natural carryover on temperature of a couple degrees. Temperature is on, don't touch it. We want the cooking time to be anywhere between 20 and 25 minutes, but just leave it be. As soon as you start working it and as soon as you start stirring it, you're introducing air, you're introducing agitation, and that is gonna be Crystal City. We're at about the 220 mark right now. So at this moment, this is gonna stall. As a lot of the water evaporates out, then we get to a point where the sugar starts taking over more, and then the temperature will start to go back up. So we're just past that 220 mark. There's gonna be little sugar crystals that are gonna form on the outside. And all you wanna do then is just take a damp brush and then just wipe them off. So we're at 252 right now. We're about 16 degrees away from pulling it. 7, 8, kill it. And I'm just gonna slide this ever so gently off the heat. So those air bubbles are gonna work their way to the top, and what you're gonna have is like a very beautifully crystal clear syrup. We're gonna pour these into our containers. So we're gonna set these aside and let them fully cool. They've set, okay? If it's a little too hard and it's not malleable, we can pop it in the microwave for 10 seconds. That's about 9, but yeah, that's workable. You should be able to just pop this puck out. We're gonna start working this. Now, what we need to do is make sure it doesn't stick. So to use that, we're using cornstarch. This is where the hand-pulled noodle technique comes in. And we're gonna basically make a donut. Now, some people who may be a little bit smarter than me use donut rings to do the sugar in, which is very smart. But this is the way I learned how to do it, so this is how I'm gonna do it. So we have a donut now. So I'm gonna start to extend this a little bit. You wanna keep the ring the same size all the way around. See how it's starting to increase in size here? This first bit is like the hurdle. Like this is where your hands are gonna need the most strength. Once you get to around this, which is maybe 18 inches. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna dip it in, and I'm gonna do the figure 8 technique, right? Figure 8, just like so, and I'm gonna bring it together. There we have 2 noodles, right? So at this point, we're gonna start doing this overhand method that my man Dave Arnold taught me, where you're slowly working it out. So each time we do the fold, we're increasing the noodle size times 2. Ready? Figure 8, over. Now we're in 4. So 4, we're gonna flip it again, figure 8, together, 8. So you notice I'm just keeping the bottom, just running through the cornstarch here. 16, ready, boom. 32, 32, boom. 64. This is basically noodles ready to go. A few turns, hand-pulled noodles done. We're gonna keep going until it is like long, beautiful strands of hair. 64, take this up. 128. Now if you notice you're losing a couple strands here and there, don't worry, just keep going. Flip, figure 8, 256. 256, 512. 512. Now we have 1,024. I'm being very gentle as these are getting thinner and thinner. I'm not trying to muscle it. I'm listening to the sugar. It's telling me how much it can stretch. Ready? 4,000. 96. $8,000 strands. We're at 8,000 strands right now. And ready for the grand finale? 16,000. This is 16,000 strands of hand-pulled cotton candy. And if you don't believe, look at that as it comes down. 16,000 strands made out of one puck of sugar. If you like using super high-tech equipment or using ancient Chinese techniques, click below. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get salt inside the French fry. Why do we wanna get salt inside the French fry? Because as you know, salt draws out moisture. So when you throw salt on French fries, even